Boom Esports. We've got blaZek1ng and fl1pzjder as well. Thank you very much for joining me, guys. And you've been in Turkey a while, been practicing for a while. You're representing Indonesia here at Champions as well, which I'm sure means a hell of a lot as well. But I want to dive in and start talking about the history that you've got as well with some of the other teams, in particular with some of the players. Forsaken, I believe, as well, you guys have got some history with, and Mindfreak as well, I believe, as well.
Yeah.
Did they offer you guys any advice at all as you were coming into your first big global event tournament?
For the advice, of course, they give us some advice, but not much.
Yeah,
not much.
Leaving you to your devices.
You've recently made a transaction. You've loaned somebody from a different APAC team, a guy called Famous, who's come in. A pretty unknown quantity, but I'm sure after he plays here at Champions, people are going to recognize him because he tore up the competition in the APAC LCQ. Can you speak to me a little bit about how that's made your team better, having that roster move going into LCQ?
For me, because like he kind of the aggressive player that we needed last time, because we have like very defensive player, and then I feel, and I think me, him, and my coach feel like we need more aggressive player and then more firepower. That's why we brought him into the team. Yeah, you can say he unknown in APAC, but he's very known in Indonesia scene. Like people always talk about him, but yeah.
Does having an aggressive player make your job as an IGL easier?
Yeah, I would say yeah, because they're not scared to take the fight, and then they're not scared to do anything. So it's easier to do to call.
It feels like APAC has a lot of those players that are not scared.
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys were one of the first LCQ teams to actually qualify. Out of all the teams, you had a lot of time to prep. And one thing that I kind of want to talk about is the global event here at Champions. And you've had some time, I guess, more time than the other LCQ teams to prep and practice on Pearl. Can you give us some hints as to what your feelings are like on the map? Have you guys been playing it a lot? What are you thinking around Pearl?
For me personally, and the team as well, we feel kind of comfy in that map. Yeah, because we found it like the meta is pretty easy to play, and then what to say about Pearl?
For me, the map is quite fun when you play it as a team. The first time it came out, I was like, what the hell is this map? and then after we playing in the team, I was like, oh, it's good. It's okay. Like,
yeah, in a competitive also, it's a bit fun.
Yeah,
it's quite fun.
Yeah, quite
the
fun.
map, it's like the split, but I think more. What do you call it? Like, you have the long area, you have the split, kinda mid.
Yeah, and mid.
Yeah.
A bit more varied.
Yeah.
You're coming into this as your first international event, and you're going up against some teams that have been at many of these events before. Your opening game is against Optic. They've been at so many of these events. They've won one in the past as well, but you've seen other APAC teams beat them. Xerxia has beat them in the past. PaperX has beaten them too. How are you going to be able to replicate that success? What has been going through your head thinking about that upcoming game?
For me, I tell the team, like, we don't expect too much, like, just play our game, because like you can see from Xerxia or PaperX, they can do it. So I think we can do it also. So don't really think about it, just play our game. Don't try to copy anything, just play our game. I think we're gonna be fine.
As long as you don't scared to them, like, we're gonna be fine.
Yeah. Everybody's mortal at the end of the day. Fear nobody. Thank you very much for the interview. Really appreciate your time, and best of luck in the game as well. I'm super excited to see especially what you can bring to Pearl if you get to play it. Thank you very much. We'll send things back.